Welcome to Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindelin. My name is Billy Milovanovic, aka Bildo.
And my name's Lindsay Kirkwood, also known as Lindelin.
And this is an offensively funny podcast about drinking wine and chatting life. Hope you enjoy.
Bill, I'm all lonely on the couch. Come stalk with me.
Hey girl, stocky.
I know. Netflix right now has so many docuseries about stalking and true crime and stalking and like all that kind of creepy ass shit.
Yes.
Is right up her alley.
Totally.
So we're just going to talk a little bit about stalking.
But first,
I was waiting because Billy, you're always like, but first
we need wine.
And this is a very exciting day.
Yes.
Our new wine sponsor, Little Ripples.
Hi.
Hi.
Like, welcome to the family. We're so excited to have you.
Very excited. I have seen them. Oh, I mean, you have
for
too.
years.
Everybody
Yes.
has.
Yes.
They're on socials everywhere, and I've always been like, oh, I actually would like to try them.
Yes.
Hello. Also, I feel like we must. What's that word that you always use? Like when manifest.
Oh, right. Right.
You and your manifesting. We tend to get all of these amazing wine labels that do amazing things for the world, and make me feel really bad about what I don't do.
Well, they're doing it for us. So like by having their wines, we are helping the world.
Sure.
Right?
So they have this mission. By purchasing this bottle, you are providing 1 year of clean water for one person in a country, a developing country, like a place that needs water.
Yes. And I looked into it because I'm like, people just say stuff, right? Like you just don't want them to be like, selling us bottles of wine. I know it's on the label, but like I wanted to check it out. Like what does it actually mean? No, they do actually do the work. So what they do is they either improve, like upgrade the wells that are already there or install new wells for like communities that don't have clean water. So I think it's predominantly in India and Africa that they do their work. So if you go onto their website and check it out, like it will tell you all the information that you might need.
And they manage it or maintain it for up to 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you can look on a map. I was trying to show Lindsay, but Lindsay, doesn't care about these things. But I was showing like there's actually like you can click on where they've installed wells and they'll give you a little bit of information about like what they've done to get it to that point. So you've got nothing to lose. Like
you don't. And they work along with their partner, Bridget Water Foundation.
Yeah. So cool.
Like, why do these people have to upstage us so much?
I know. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Bill, it's a Shiraz.
Right.
It's a Shiraz.
And lucky she didn't open it to let it breathe because she literally just knocked it off the table and somehow magically it did this huge twirly backflip and landed right on like the floor, but like
this.
Yeah.
But like with its twirly backflip, it would have spilled all over my light colored rug and couch. But anyways, it's fine. So it's a Shiraz from the Barossa region, 2021.
And look at these beautiful like cups they gave us. Aren't these gorgeous?
I'll grab my own. Thanks, Billy.
Well, I was going for it, but it was so
were
far.
you? Little ripples.
Cute.
No, I want to they're like
it doesn't give
stainless
a
steel.
Look.
I was
trying to give that same.
I know, but I was trying to get the people to hear like that it's stainless steel, like not the Billy, just stop.
Okay, she is wordless today. Yay, I'll be talking lots today.
Don't you all the time?
No, I normally let you talk when I'm breathing.
Yeah. When you're swallowing the natural like swallow that you do. Yeah. Okay. Oh, not that you can see the color,
I was
but
say, you can't really see, but it looks it's like this beautiful deep.
Do you know what I feel like? This is such a weird thing. Brace yourselves. Because it's in like a stainless steel kind of cup. It remind me of is it a goblet?
Yes.
And like the color of the wine, I feel like we're back in the gladiator like times.
I love that. I just watched Gladiator the other day. Absolutely historically correct, Lindsay.
Right? Totally. And if it's not, we're just going to go with it.
Cute. Cheers.
Oh, see, that was a little ding.
It changes the sound as there's something inside. Science. Oh my God. Now, we haven't let it breathe, so it's probably going to be a little bit bitey.
Yeah, it's spicy on the nose. Spicy.
Ooh, I like that. That's really nice. It's a little bit sour. It's got like a little sour cherry to it.
Sour cherry? I could get sour
get
cherry.
that? Yeah.
It's not sour to me, but definitely sour cherry.
There's something, yeah.
That makes sense. Oh, this is nice. I wonder if it says...
I'm not usually a huge fan of Shirazes. Like I wouldn't buy one myself, if you know what I mean, because they tend to be really like deep and like bitey. But this one's really beautiful.
Which is right up my alley. Shirazes, Cab Savs, anything like that. Dark berry fruits with plush sweet tannins providing structure and a unique experience character with depth of flavor.
Sure. I get it. Sour cherry.
Yeah, all we heard was sour cherry. Delicious. 100%
Yeah, love
delicious.
it. Actually, really like it. Yeah.
Totally my jam. Love it. Thank you so much, Little Ripples. And thanks. Not thanks. I just thanked you. Welcome on board.
Yes, welcome. Hooray. Now let's get stalky. Stalkity stalk. So Lindsay and I both simultaneously, oh my God, this one is really good. Simultaneously, we're watching the exact same documentary because when she texted me and was like, hey, let's do an episode about stalking, I'm like, oh my God, I'm just watching this documentary on Netflix and it's called
I Have a Secret to Tell You.
I Have a Secret
Or
to
I
Tell
Have
You.
a Secret.
We're not, that's not us saying it. That's the documentary called I Have a Secret to Tell You. Yes. And so we thought we would look into like what is stalking, give you a few stats, and then we'll give you some creepy ass stories that will prevent you from sleeping at night. So let's start with, what is stalking, Lindsay? So we all get the gist, right? Like you may think of them as stalkers as strangers. Generally speaking, they are just people who follow you around and make your life an absolute nightmare.
Living hell, yeah.
You either know them or they've just like spotted you from across the way and have creepy ass thoughts about you and just do weird things. Here we go. Let's do some stats now that I've explained what stalking is really well. 1 in 5 Australian women have experienced stalking in their lifetime.
Oh, that's
1 in 5.
1 in 5. I definitely haven't.
Well, that's what, and again, like I said to you earlier, and you were like, "Well, no." I was like, "If I am being stalked, they're either really good at it,
yeah.
like I don't know about it. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever been stalked.
But
I don't think.
I mean, I personally think most stalkers want you to know. Like they always leave like weird clues or freaky things, or like they slip up and leave a cigarette butt or like whatever.
Yeah, either that or I'm so mindless I'm not noticing the dead birds that are surrounding my house. I don't know. But no, I don't either believe I've been stalked.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I don't think so either.
Women,
Damn.
right? Like, why am I not special enough? Never a bridesmaid, never stalked. Like, what is this? Just joking. Please don't. Okay, women make up 75% of stalking victims in Australia.
Yeah.
Right?
Duh. That makes sense. Yeah.
While 80 to 85% of stalkers are male. Again,
nothing new.
sense.
We could have written that
although
ourselves.
I kind of do think that women would be epic stalkers as well. Like, I reckon we've got it in us. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're crazy as fuck. I think I haven't read, obviously, all the stories, but I would think that the most craziest stalkers could actually be the females.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're a little bit.
Because we get obsessive,
Yes.
right?
And
Like,
mean. Like,
yeah.
you know, there's that, what's that saying? Something about a scorned woman.
I don't know.
You
My
know?
dog's barking. All I can think about is it's the postman.
It's
The
the
postman's
postman.
stalking Frankie. It's like, bitch, I know you.
Okay, stalkers are generally known to the victim and have and very often it's an ex-partner, obviously.
Yeah, see, this is crazy, isn't it?
It is really freaky because your ex-partner kind of knows you really well, right? And so they know where you... Anyway, the majority of victims of domestic violence-related stalking... The majority of victims of domestic violence-related stalking and intimidation are aged 20 to 29.
Oh, very young.
So nobody wants to stalk us. We're too old.
old.
We're too old.
I'm ancient. They're like, what,
Right?
that old thing?
And then Aboriginal females were the reported victim of a domestic violence-related stalking or intimidation incident at 3.4 times the rate of non-Aboriginal females. So it just happens a lot more in Indigenous communities, it seems.
Really? Which that?
So 1 in 5 of us, and I don't know how to math.
That's actually very interesting to me.
Okay.
So more Aboriginals are stalked
3.5 times more, almost.
than white, like us women?
Yeah, the non-Aboriginal, yeah.
I find that quite intriguing.
Yeah.
Okay,
so here it is. Here's the sentence I was trying to find before. Stalking generally involves a person repeatedly contacting, harassing, or spying on you.
Yeah.
Or showing you unwanted attention that causes fear or distress.
Yeah.
Right? Freaky. Mm-hmm. It can be in person, obviously, or it can be online, which is the documentary we are going to talk about after the break. So it could be something like following you, loitering outside your home, workplace, or public venues, interfering with your property and making threats to harm or actually harming you or your loved ones. That can all be stalking. Mm-hmm. Cyber stalking, also known as technology-assisted stalking, because AI stalking.
I was just going to say AI stalking. Literally, I was going to say that, yes.
Said it first. So AI stalking can include trolling or observing your social media accounts, hacking into your computer, installing tracking apps or devices, accessing your phone to view personal information, unwanted calls, texts or messages, sharing or threatening to share photos, videos, or personal information, or impersonating your identity online.
Bastards.
Right? So it always has a similar purpose, and that is power and control. So somebody obviously is just toying with you. People like to toy with you. Okay. Now, Lindsay, what do you do if you're being stalked? And this is a very good question. Let's go with this before I keep reading more.
In a second, because I remembered, speaking of stats, I have 2 quick stats. These yes, based in the States though, because whenever you Google something, fucking Americans, they like monopolize even the internet. It's always American. But I thought this was interesting. So each year in the States, more than 3 million incidents of incidents of stalking occurs.
Yeah.
But only, like, that's 3 million.
Well, they have like 200 million people, right?
Yeah, but still, I don't know, that's crazy. And only 7% of stalkers are taken in custody.
That's the scary part.
Exactly.
And this is why we're going to go into what do you do? Like, what would you do if you were being stalked?
Okay. Well, look, you'd obviously report it to the police, but
Right.
you know
First
in the
things
back of your
first,
head, like, nothing's going to happen. You know that over time you've seen it, that nothing happens.
Yep.
Get a restraining order. That's a fucking piece of paper. No, what is that going to do?
Totally.
Nothing.
Totally.
Literally, like, besides reporting it to the police, which you know isn't going to do nothing except document it.
Well, that's another thing, right?
Yeah, you would just have to do, which we'll talk about after the break, with this online dude, I have a secret.
Yeah.
Like, you just document everything.
Terrifying.
I don't know.
Good job, Lenny. Well, that's what it says. If it's happening to you, take it seriously. Because I think we're getting a little bit more serious. Thankfully, it seems to me like, at least Australia, I don't know how it works, obviously everywhere else. But like, it seems like we take it a bit more seriously.
Do we? I don't know. Do the cops take it seriously?
Well, even like just recently we passed a law in Queensland about coercive control, which isn't necessarily stalking.
No, it's not.
But it does go to saying that like if somebody's trying to control you or like control the situation, it can be.
That's not stalking though.
Well, it kind of is if someone is controlling you and like controlling your, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it kind of is a little bit same, but yeah. Anyway, take it seriously. So stalking is a crime in all Australian states and territories. And all the experts we spoke to say it's always best not to assume the stalking will go away. So like take it seriously. But I mean, we also want the police to take it seriously. I think we're more likely to take it seriously, right?
Yeah. I would love to know, like, in Australia, if you were to ring the cops and say...
Should we give it a go? Go. Call the police, Lindsay. Tell them you're being stalked. Let's see what they say.
No, but literally, like, we laugh about it. But I would be intrigued to know, like, what would their response be?
Yeah.
You know, if I rang them and said, look, for the last couple of weeks, a few little weird things have happened.
Yeah.
I've received these emails, these texts. It's creepy. What do I do? What would they actually say? What can they say? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I would love to know what the realm of... Anyways, look. Okay, so take it seriously and
there's
lock your doors.
Yeah. Collect evidence. Good one, Lenny. Lenny
No,
is
literally.
very like admin oriented. So this bitch will be writing everything down. Do not stalk her. If you're going to stalk anybody in this relationship, definitely you want to be stalking me because A, I'm not going to notice any of the things you're leaving around for me.
I was just going to say, if you were to go in her house, she wouldn't notice that anything was in place. Or if something weird was left in place, she wouldn't even find your sign. Like your weird, creepy sign. She'd be like,
maybe make it a neon sign or something. I don't know. I am stalking you. I don't know. I'm not gonna notice, dude. So don't even bother. So yeah, it just says collect evidence. So it's often difficult to detect and keep records of. So it's really important that you like just write things down. Mm-hmm. Write it down. Save anything that you get. So if you get letters, dead birds, any of that sort of stuff, save that shit. Unless it's your cat, because cats do that dumb stuff too, like leaving you dead birds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Let's take a break,
and we will come back with what else you can do. One bottle, one person, 1 year. Linda Lynn, tell us about our sponsor, Little Ripples.
Billy, I love Little Ripples. They're not just an ordinary wine. They're extraordinary.
They sure are extraordinary because their goal is to provide 5 million people with clean drinking water within 10 years.
Their main goal, Bill, is to facilitate the construction or repair of a water well, and they help maintain it for over 10 years.
And they do this mainly in regions like India and Africa.
I love companies like this. They're making wine to water.
So go try it. Lindsay, please.
Wait,
the
there's
other
more.
thing you can
Okay.
do.
Oh.
Yes, there's more. Seek legal help.
Oh, yeah, but what are they
Lindsay,
gonna do?
seek it help. Okay, seek the help. Do you mind? We're doing something here. This is very important. Okay? Report it obviously immediately, but that's the, again, I question the same thing. Like, what would they really do? Oh, ideally no more than 2 weeks after the stalking begins. If you are stalked for more than 2 weeks, chances are your stalker will persist for 6 to 12 months. Creepy. Show them evidence you've collected and ask what you can do to improve your safety. Duh. And find emotional support. So tell people about it. Tell the people who are close to you about it. You don't want to be in this by yourself. What seems like an obvious one, but like just so you know, don't talk to the person. Don't talk to the stalker. Don't communicate with them.
But this
avoid contact.
Can we jump into this? I have a secret stalker story.
Yes.
This is what freaked me out, or not freaked me out, boggled my brain. So for those that haven't heard of it, it's a Netflix docu-series of this British stalker, same dude, stalked 3 different chicks.
Well, spoiler alert.
What? Oh, well, fuck it. Oh, God damn it,
Spoiler
Billy.
alert.
Oh, my God. Seriously. Too bad. Suck it up.
Watch it
Too
yourself
bad.
before you listen to this.
Well, we have to tell them about it. or
No,
else
totally.
then-
Yeah.
And just random 3 chicks. They didn't know each other, and it was all through text messaging.
Yes.
What baffled me was all 3 of them engaged with him. Like
Yeah.
they all messaged back, which, I mean, I guess they were trying to get information from him. And like he spoke in riddles, like he sent them these weird
Can
messages.
I tell you a secret, which is the name of it? He would just start with that. Yeah.
Exactly. And go watch the show. We won't spoil alert it
It's
too
too
much.
late now. It's all gone. So she's told you all the information you need to know.
But were you not surprised that all 3 women messaged him back?
No. And I actually don't
Weird.
necessarily. Well, because I also think that's how they got to the bottom of what was happening. Do you
In
think,
the
do you know,
end-
in the end, this one chick was a Lindsay. And she created a whole folder. So she had gone down this rabbit. And this is the scary thing, because the police were kind of being like, what, you got some freaky messages. What this guy wasn't like doing wasn't just like texting here and there. He would go into their Facebook. He would recreate their profiles. He would use burner phones.
Alert!
It's too late. It's that ship has sailed. We're telling you everything. So he would create like Facebook profiles, message like friends' dads and flirt with them. Like he would do the weirdest, creepiest stuff. Like say to a friend's dad, like come meet me here and we'll hook up or whatever, and just be really weird. And like there was a chick who went and did like a boudoir shoot, and then he messaged the photographer and got all her naked photos and then started posting them up on like socials. That shit is fucking freaky. Like scary ass. I've lost my train of thought. What's
I was literally just gonna say she is on a rampage. She doesn't even know what she's supposed to be.
No,
right
did I start with a question or something?
I started with a question to you. Give me this one. You cannot.
This wine is good. The sour cherry is sour.
I said or asked, were you not surprised that the girl?
We're back. Anyway, so this chicky babe. So this chicky babe went around and collected everything she could find, like every single text he sent her, every single profile he made, everything. So then she managed to find, because some friend was like, oh, this guy by this name messaged me or something. So the way that they found his name was actually really peculiar. One of them was through, I think he messaged his own name through a live video. So that one of the
Not
chicks
messaged
was
his name, but it showed him. He was doing an Insta.
Oh,
he
that's right.
accidentally went Insta live, and there was a split, like literally a split second that showed his face. So it was obviously.
But you know when the chick was doing a live with her friend, and then his name came up, somebody had put his name in the comments.
Yeah,
remember?
Oh, was it his name in the comments?
Yes.
I know he was commenting, but I thought it was under a weird name.
It was under a weird name, but then he put up his actual name, and she was like, that's weird.
Yeah. Because we should say, like, this dude stalked these girls for like years.
Oh, yes.
Like, it wasn't like for 5-6 weeks or even months. So, like, he slipped up. Like, over time, you're going to make mistakes, like these little ones. And thank God that one chick did make a folder. Like,
such a Sherlock about it. Yeah.
The folder was huge. He actually got locked away.
He did for like 8 or 9 years or something. He got put away. Yeah,
but like,
and then when they went and did an investigation on him, he was doing it to people in high school.
Yeah.
Like there was this one chick that came on that I think he was doing it, and like from high school to her, she was like for 10 years he was terrorizing me and doing this. And again, without like being able to say, like without being such a detective yourself and putting this big folder together and sending it to the police, like what chance do you seriously have if the police are really not like able to? Because I kind of understand their side as well. Like, do you have the resources to be looking at every single text message and every single... Can you imagine how many people would be going to them and saying the same thing?
Oh, for sure. And they don't. It's the resources, right? Like, so you have to do the police detective work yourself.
And then when even she called... I'm so sorry. But like even when she called them and they said, oh, like, yep, cool, no dramas, thanks for calling us. And then they called it because they were on their way. And then they called her back and were like, wait, but are you in immediate danger? Like, are you really in immediate? And she's like sobbing, going like, I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. Exactly. I don't know what to do.
And you would be petrified. And this is the thing. From looking at it from the outside, you'd be like that. Oh, really? Like just suck it up.
Yeah.
Lock your doors. You'll be fine. Close your curtains. But because it did happen for so long, it would wear you down. And like knowing that someone is watching your every move. He would message the one chick and say, oh, wash that car in the blue shirt. Like, so you know, and she was washing a car wearing a blue shirt. Like, so you know that he's actually following you, seeing you, like, how would you not be fucking freaked out?
But you would be, and this is what it ended up, like the girls ended up saying as well. They're like, I'm scared to leave my house. Like, I'm scared to go out.
You would be. I would be such a wuss.
Totally.
I would not, I don't know.
Totally. This one guy this one of the girls ended up being dumped by her boyfriend because he sent messages saying like, I just saw, from her. So he had copied her friend's accounts as well and then messaged her boyfriend saying, I saw her hooking up with this bouncer. This is what she was wearing, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it just in these tiny little ways, he chips away at all the people around you and like at your own sense of security. It's terrifying.
It's sad too, because like you think like they touched base a bit of his like childhood. Yeah. And he was a loner and he didn't know how to like interact with people and stuff. And you just wonder, because as a parent, you always look at your kids. And like, I have no concerns about my children's social abilities or whatever. But you just think like, did his parents see anything? Yeah. Was anything triggering to them? Like, oh, he's I feel
weird. Like his parents weren't spending enough time with him if he had that much time to be on the internet. Do you know what I mean?
He was older, though, when he was on the internet.
Anyway, spend more time with your kids, guys. Lest they become stalkers.
Billy and her wise words. There's a couple quick, just before we end this.
Yes.
A couple quick weird, like stalking.
Creepy stalker ones, yes.
Yeah. Well, weird, but like kind of like, oh my God. Yeah. So you came across this one. I'm going to tell it because, I'm taking over your story. About some chick working in Subway. This guy would always come in and like sit there during her shifts, which is weird enough. Like that would put you off just by that.
There's not much. Once you see somebody make 1, 2, 3 sandwiches, there's not much more to it. Oh. So to sit there for 2 hours staring at her.
I don't think he was there to learn how to make a meatball sub, Billy.
Just saying. Like, what more could there be? But anyway, go on, Lily.
Apparently he thought she had pretty ears.
Yes, because she had those, those stretched out earlobes. So he would come in and offer to give her things for, for her ears. And she'd be like, no, thanks, weirdo.
Side note, those are fucking ugly. I'm sorry if you have them. I don't understand them. They're so ugly. Your ears are going to look ridiculous when you take them out.
Is what Lindsay would say if she was, speaking her mind.
Oh, wait, are we on air? What? Are we recording? Dang. Anyway, so weird stuff was happening. So the one shift, she looks outside. She's with her manager.
Yes, so I think they're about to leave, lock up.
Yeah.
And she wants to go to her car. Yeah.
Looks out to her car, just glances up, happens to just glance up, and sees the motherfucking climbing into her back seat.
Everyone's worst nightmare.
Like you're watching your future unfold in front of your eyes.
How lucky.
What is he going to do? And when she was with her manager, thank God. So they locked the doors, called the cops. Oh, I just spat on you. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I get it.
Wipe it in. When the cops came and dragged him out, what did they find, Billy?
They found a butcher knife, rope, and an already soaked cloth with chloroform on it.
Dead. Like he literally...
That's a smidgen of time. How long does it take to look around a car, open a back door and hop inside? Like for her to have seen it at that moment, he could have been, you know what I mean?
She's so lucky.
How quickly that could have gone wrong.
Not to be rude, but why are your doors unlocked?
Well, she did say that. She was like, oops, I left my back door unlocked.
Which again, people make mistakes. Like, whatever.
But especially those doors that, maybe necessarily it's not like a button. There's old cars where you have to like lock each door. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like a quote I put up the other day. I I pushed the lock button like 3-4 times for extra lockiness.
Absolutely. I do that too.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I'm like, look,
Right?
look, look,
if
look.
I was having a stalker, I'd just stand there at the car and hit it like 15 times just to make sure.
But I feel like I've seen a movie like that freaked me out. So for ages when I would get into my car, especially when I was in my like early 20s, I would like literally look in the back seat. I remember doing that all the time.
I don't doubt it. I just think of her seeing the vision of him.
Oh my God.
Going into the back seat of her car. Like, I think you would just need therapy over that part.
100%.
Knowing.
And you would being able to like trust that that's not going to happen again would be terrifying.
Yeah. And then there's kind of funny ones, not funny, but funny. We came across a couple where like somebody went to a club. I don't understand how this works. Maybe it was after, not the same night.
I wonder if they'd hooked up or something. It was a really short story.
But sometime after them meeting at the club, they end up going home. Don't know if it was straight after the club or they went out for a walk.
Not. Yeah,
surely not.
Don't know.
And that person sitting naked on their couch.
Yeah, they came home. Yeah, with it holding a knife. Is that the
Well, the one guy was naked.
Yeah.
But then when a chick was found,
that's right,
naked on the couch, she had a butcher knife.
You see, we are much more vicious.
This is what I'm saying. We're way crazier than men. And she said, the dude, like, you have to be with me. We have to have sex, or like someone's going to get hurt. And I don't care if it's me or you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then what was it? A nosy neighbor actually
heard.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, because he was like, the first time I've been happy that I have like thin walls because a noisy neighbor, thanks, Catherine, heard the whole thing and called the police. So the police showed up shortly after.
I just say, and that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like there would be so many creepy stories.
Well, it's funny how quickly that just came to me. And we had been speaking about this for so long and it never, like this story just popped into my head. But I remember telling you that I had an ex-boyfriend once who The one ex-boyfriend. Yeah, that one guy.
Yeah.
Who, when we had broken up and he was devastated because why wouldn't you be? And then, so I came home one day, it would have been the same thing like after work or something random. And I found him in my house, like just drunk and crying. Aww. And he just wanted to have one last sex sesh.
Aww.
That was, I think that I was like supposed to like once I have his, body, I'd want to go back there, but I didn't want to have his body when we were together. So I
literally was gonna say, but did you even want him when you were together? Yeah, no.
So I mean, that's not really stalkery, but like, as in he wasn't naked. Yeah, he's fully clothed.
Didn't have a butcher knife.
I reckon if I waited for a little while, he probably would have been naked. Like if he had to wait for that long, you know what I mean?
Look at Either
but
way,
it's so scary that somebody just comes into your house like that and like waits for you. Like what is like what?
Yeah.
That's like a private place.
Yeah,
your home. Anyway, Lindsay, have we freaked the people out enough?
Probably not. But if you ever show up on my couch, not clothed,
that'll be me. She's talking to me. What should I do?
Me.
I have a blanket here. There's lots of pillows and blankets and things that I'll cover myself with until I'm ready to reveal myself.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Bildo and Lindeland. You can find us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and you can listen to us on any favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review, comment, send us some love. We absolutely love it.
Chat soon. Come on, Lenny. Chat soon. Chat soon. Chat soon.
Chat putting this in.
Come on.
Okay, we'll add in chat soon at the end. Both of us?
Yeah, go
on. Chat soon.